Good morning. It's Facebook Live today. My phone is catching the daylight outside, so it's making a bit funny. Whoa! Okay, let me go onto my business page and maybe I will see what's going on. I think I'm there. And I shall mute the the voice on my Facebook, on my laptop, I mean. Okay, good morning. This is my card and a cuppa. I have my cuppa. And it's can't decide whether it's going to be sunny today or overcast. There's some big grey clouds outside, but the sun keeps poking through, so I might have to adjust my blind. If the sun comes back out, I'll probably have to pull my blind right down again, so there's no shadows on my work area. So today I'm going to play with, let me just grab my catalogues and move my coffee over. The Frosted Gingerbread sweet in the mini catalogue, the holiday catalogue. It's one of my favourite sweets, and at first I wasn't fussed on getting it, but now I've got it. It's actually one of my favourite sweets, which is a bit funny. So we're going to play with that. I just did an online class at the beginning of October. Where are the months going, hey? With this sweet. So I'll show you those cards when I flip my phone around. The other sweet in the holiday catalogue that I really like, and it's probably pretty obvious why I like it, is, I'll get there in a minute, is the Sweet Stocking Sweet. And that's with the dogs and the cat and the little hamster that can poke out of the top of the stockings. They're really cute. And the DSP in that sweet's really lovely. I really like that sweet. So I think they're my two favourites this year with the holiday catalogue. So I shall I'll have a sip of coffee. I don't think anyone's watching yet, but that's okay. I often talk to myself. So I will put my phone up into the holder and hopefully there'll be no droppage and we can get started. So bear with me. Oh, there we go. I had it. I flipped it and then I flipped it back. Ouch. So let me see if I need to move that or do something with that. That might work better than trying to zoom in, I think. I think that's better. Okay, so here we go. So we are a week and a bit out of lockdown. So maybe people are out and about enjoying themselves. I'm going out for lunch with a girlfriend today, so that'll be nice. Just up the road, nowhere far. I'm still a bit anxious about going too far afield and there's too many people. So this is the Frosted Gingerbread sweet, or the gingerbread and peppermint sweet. And it comes with a stamp set and dies. It's got this pretty pillow box dies. I don't have those. There's the Memories and More card pack and cards and envelopes. There's ruffled real red ribbon. I don't have the real red ribbon. I've got another couple. There's these acrylic shapes, the craft paper, the decorative masks. I don't have the decorative masks. And this really cute 6x6 designer series paper. Now, there is a trap with 6x6 only if you're preparing for classes. You got to cut very economically. I had to steal a pack off one of my downlines and friends, and I've replaced that now for her. So there is a bit of a trap with that. So this is the this is the stamp set enlarged on the next page, and as you can see, you've got intricate dies plus the shape of each cookie. Yeah, so you've got intricate dies and intricate little shapes, peppermints. So I'll put that aside now, and we're going to make a W fold card. So I shall put out what we've got, and they've got dimensions, so you need, I've done 5, but I think you'll only need 4, I'm not sure. 4 5.5 by 5.5 centimeters of Whisper White. No, 5, I've done 5, that's right, there's one for the front. 4 6 by 6 centimeters of Real Red. A strip of cinnamon cider, 28.8 centimeters by 5 centimeters. And that's scored at 7.2, 14.4 and 21.6. And there's your W. Upside down W. You need 2 pieces of Whisper White, 10 centimeters by 14.4 centimeters. 1 piece of the Designer Series paper, 10 by 14.4. And the other strip of that 6 by 6 paper measures 5.3 by 14.4. So that's a good economical way of using your 6 by 6 paper. You can just cut a little slither off down the side. And then you need your card base, which is half of an A4 piece of cardstock, but cut down lengthways and folded at 14.8 or 14.9. So they're all the measurements that you need. I don't know if you want to take a screenshot of those or just quickly note them down. I'll have a sip of coffee while you're doing that. Okay, so let's get started. One of these 10 by 14.4 Whisper Whites going on the front, along with this piece, 5.3 by 14.4. So we might, let's start with the inside, I think. Yes. So open your base cardstock up, and we're going to put the reverse side of the peppermints inside here, and one of these Whisper Whites are going here. So I shall get my Tombow glue. This is one really easy, oh, that didn't go so well. I'll have to get my tissue. One of a really easy fancy fold card that has a lot of wow factor, but it's quite easy. It's not too tricky to do. Can't see any comments, but that's okay. Maybe I've got nobody watching, but that's okay too. You can watch the replay. And I'll take that off there, and I'll put this on this side. So that's the inside of our card done. Make sure it's the same. Oops. There we go. Oh, sorry, my head came in then. Sorry about that. I'll try and sit back. So that's the inside, the beginnings of the inside done. Okay, now we're going to go to the front. Now before I think I'll put the peppermints on first, and then I might do a little bit of stamping. So I'm just going to eyeball the center of this. It doesn't matter if it's not perfectly centered. That looks pretty good. Oh, and it was pretty straight until, that's my head coming in again, until I think that's pretty good. I'll get my tissue and just wipe that down. I'll work out a way how I don't bring my head in so much. Now I'm just going to trim down this little bit of excess. Not that it really matters because it's going onto real red card base, so it wouldn't have noticed too badly. Now, there's my card base. I shall put that lid back on. As you can see, I haven't used all of the stamps in this stamp set, so I thought I'd have a try of using this one, this edge one. Now we've just got to find a, here we go, this one will be long enough. No, it's not, that's too wide as well. This one's going to be, I should get my Stampin' Up one out, but that's in its case. So I'll use this one and see how we go. Put it on straight. And we'll get our paper piercing mat over. And I've got cinnamon cider here because I thought I'd break up the red a bit with cinnamon cider. And I just, oops, got my finger in it. There is a Stampin' Up block that would fit this perfectly, but it's in the case on the other side of the room, so I'm just going with this one. And I might put my scrap paper underneath because I think it's going to go off the edge. Okay. That looks quite good. I might do it up the top as well. Oh, someone's watching, say hi. So we're using the Frosted Gingerbread sweet. So I'm going to just go here. Okay, so that's that stamp done. Get rid of this. And I'll bring my card base back in. It's a bit wobbly. So I'm doing this on the fly really. I haven't got one pre-prepared and I just thought I can do this. So we'll see how we go. You could emboss that white piece of cardstock with an embossing folder, but I didn't have an embossing folder that would be suitable, I didn't feel, so that's why I didn't do it. Okay, so we'll leave it at that for the card front. Open it up. Now, I'm going to get my little bits back in. One can actually go in the bin because it's really dirty. And my little white pieces. And get rid of that. And I'm going to use this one. It's going to be big enough. Yes. I'll get that one out. And the ornament. And I might cut a star out of the designer series paper. And I've got this one too. Okay. So this is the bell. Keep putting my, that's because it's stamp pads back to front, that's why. More room if I do it this way. Like with my finger down his hand. Okay, so I'm going to stamp the bell. Trying not to bring my head in. That's stamped really nicely. And I'm going to stamp the ornament. I like the way the icing, the white icing is already there when you do it with the white cardstock. I'll just get my chamois and clean off the ink of these two. And I shall get the snowflake. Put that back in there. Now, whether I've measured up correctly for the cardstock for the snowflake will be interesting. So just ink up the snowflake. I wonder if I did it big enough. Just a little bit off. That's okay. And the star is actually the piece of paper. I didn't realise that. But I might do another ornament for the front of the card. And I'll have to cut a star out. That's pretty good. Okay, whoop. Okay, so I'll just clean these off. I'll close my ink pad up. And I shall put these back in their rightful place, and then I don't use anything. And there's this one as well, this long one. I might have done better if I'd taken the time to get the Stampin' Up block out, which I should have done. Not to worry. We live and learn. Okay. So that's all the stamps cleaned up for now. Okay, so I don't think I need that piece, so I'll get rid of that. And I'll start by layering them on their little backing pieces. Oh, no, one of them, that's for the front. Now I can't do a star because I need one that's going to have room for writing. That's right. Another sip of coffee is needed. I am going to use my snail for this. Okay, so just line that up so you've got the border even all the way around. If you're a beginner crafter, this paper, the DSP paper, is really good because you've got all sorts of shapes and stuff like that to cut out. If you don't have an embossing or die cutting machine, you'd have to fussy cut them. Now, what will I do? I think I'll do Wish You a Merry Christmas and just sort of put it up a little bit higher, and I'm going to do that in Real Red. It stamps so nicely, and I didn't even have my paper piercing mat underneath that. Naughty. Okay, so we'll fix all this up first. So I've left a little bit of room where you can write, and also with the white, I'm just trying to work out which way my fold goes. It goes like this. So you've got to put it. I might put this in first, and I'm going to use my Seal Plus. I just want to double check. Line it up with the edge of your inside pieces of paper and cardstock, and then it doesn't pop out there, so it's fine. Okay, so it didn't come out very well. That'll do. And I'm going to sort of put it in the center. Then you're guaranteed wherever you place your bits on the W, they won't poke out the top. So, and I'm lining it up with the edge of the DSP. I'm hoping I'm not in the camera view. I'm trying to dodge. So then you fold your W up and put is this Seal Plus? Yes, it is. Put some Seal Plus here. And the easiest way to do it is just close your card up. There we go. So that's your W. You see your W? Okay, so it won't lie flat. That's okay, because it's just going to sit like that. It won't go flat down. Now I'm going to put some up high and some down low. I'm going to alternate just to give it a bit more interest. I could have done this before I put the W in the card. Right, so I'm going to do this one down low, this one up high, this one down low, and this one up high, because then they can write something here and they've got more space down here to write as well. So my Seal Plus is doing a few funny things at the moment, so I'm not quite sure what it's doing. So I'll go back to my little snail because I like that better. So you don't need tape or sticky all over, just on the top half, especially on these middle pieces. So I'm going to just eyeball it and place it here. Oh, I just said I was going to do that up. Oh, no, that's down low. That's right. Don't worry about me. So just a few strips of sticky. Can use Tombow glue for that, but I prefer my snail. That's that one. And this is this one. you just have to remember which end with this you tape your sticky on to make sure you get it going. Do-do-do. That's a technical term. Do-do-do. Okay, so you can't tell it's not going to be a normal card until you open it up. And you can write here and down here. Now, on the front, I was going to cut this out, but I'm just wondering if I should cut some stars out instead. So this is the DSP. It's really, you can see I've cut a lot of stars out. There's no die cut for the oven mitt, but it's really cute. There's bells and snowflakes. So you can just use the paper and the Memories and More card pack and make heaps of Christmas cards. And then these are just sort of like designs that you can do front and back. So this is the one I use for this card, that front and that back on the inside. So it's really versatile paper. So I'm just wondering, I want a star, I think, and maybe an oven mitt. So I will have to, I'll just put that off for a minute. And I shall just get my star out of my dies. Sorry, I meant to put my phone on silent and aeroplane mode, and I forgot. I can bring them back in a little while. Okay. This mini cut emboss machine is so cool. It's so good, and nearly everything can be cut out with it. So it's a good starting point if you're a beginner crafter. Okay. If you don't want to outlay a lot of money, the mini machine is really good for that. Okay, so, and where'd my scissors go? There they are. And I've got these little shapes, but I'm not quite sure if I'm going to use them. So I'm just going to fussy cut the oven mitt out. There we go. And let me see what else I can do. I might turn this over and stamp a greeting and punch it out. I'm not real keen on sending peppermint kisses. Wishing you a Merry Christmas is the one that I like the best. These other ones are a bit funny for me. So I might go to my Holly Jolly Greetings, which is a great stamp set. And I might do 'Tis the Season to Be Jolly. Clean that off. Now the photopolymer stamps do stain with the darker ink. That's just going to happen. You can't prevent that, and it doesn't stop them from working. So I think I will use the cinnamon cider ink. Tis the season to be jolly. Now I'm just trying to work out whether I punch a shape out or die cut it. I might get my layering circles and I might die cut that. So let me just find my circle dies. Oh, this one might be nice. Let's see. Is it going to fit? Oh, yes. Perfect. So that's from the Tasteful Touches dies. And I'll bring my little machine back in. Just stick it down with a piece of that tape. And pop this away again. It gives it a nice, interesting look, edge. And I might get my, let me see, I've got I've got a red, orange, dark reds. Actually, I might do it in cinnamon side when I think about it. Just sponging the edges, except I just put some finger ink on that with my finger. Ugh. Or maybe the ink wasn't dry. I think I can fix that up. Just. So I'm going to put that there on dimensionals. And I'm going to get my star. And put that down here. I've got a couple of wonderful gems spare, so I can use those up. I got a new packet yesterday or the day before, so oops, that one's, oh, that's just the thing. Okay, so I'll put one in there. One in here, and then I don't know about these acrylic shapes. These, they don't have adhesive on them, and I'm just not sure about them. I might get my other wonderful gems down, and we might use those. Until I master these acrylic shapes, because I think it's going to be a bit busy for those, so I definitely need a gem up here to cover up my little bit of nonsense. And I could put one in the middle of the mitt, maybe. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that should do it. I think that will do. So that's my, yeah, these are gorgeous, but I'm just not sure how to attach them because they're not got any adhesive on them. And I've got to work out if the Tombow glue is best for it or the fine tip glue or a glue dot. Just not sure about them yet. Haven't had a play with those, but I will. So that's my card and a cuppa for today. Showing a W fold card, and it's just a little bit different to a normal card. You could quite easily just leave this bit out and make it a normal card, but it just gives it a little bit of interest. And so that's my Facebook Friday and my card and a cuppa for today. Thanks for watching. Bye.